So hello everyone, welcome to the Shamanic Circle for September, and we've just done a check-in, so everyone listening to this later, welcome. I'm Teresa. I've been kind of awake my entire life, which has been a bit problematic. In my teenage years, I kind of had two roads to go down: shamanism or kind of pagan Wiccan, and I went down the Wiccan, and I was brought back when I came back to Leicester. I was brought back quite sharply to the shamanic route, and I've been lucky enough to work with some quite famous people. I've been trained cross-culturally: North America's, South America's, African, Siberian, quite a lot of different places and teachers, so I just feel blessed for that, and so I do a blend basically, and I've also very much into Egyptian energies. I'm very much into plants, not like psychedelics, but plants, animals, trees, very nature based, but also angelic, star being, galactic. So I do work through all the realms and dimensions. I seem to be basically a hollow bone, through which anything seems to be able to channel, and I seem to have seership as well, and yeah, healing comes through as well. So they're kind of my main gifts. I'm very intuitively led, so I am Virgo, so woohoo, I've been absolutely loving this season for some reason. I like it when it starts turning all goldeny and autumny, and my intuition seems to spark back up again. It's been a bit sluggish through the summer, I've got to say. And yeah, on my birthday I thought I'll go and have a nice hypnotherapy session, and that was quite traumatic and brought up again a wound from, as we were all saying about grief when I was 7, that I just like, how many times in my entire life can I keep revisiting this? So I'm also in the same boat as you guys as well. It's same old trauma wounds resurfacing that I just don't know how much more I can work on it as well. I do practices of gratitude. I sit with the medicine wheel. Every day I go walk my doggo, my husky. I try and get out in nature. I live in the city, which is a bit tough, but I've got a lovely park, I've got a garden, so I go and calm myself since lockdown through being outside as much as I can do and rewilding myself. So today is because I've been structuring the circles around the medicine wheel or the sacred hoop. Many cultures have this same symbol. So even here, the Wiccans, Stonehenge, Avebury, everything was done in circle. Everything is not linear like our culture has tried to make it. It is absolutely circular, and so when we go through traumas, we feel like we're going around in a circle, but actually we're kind of doing a spiral, because we're actually each time going up and up with our understanding, with our consciousness about things, and so it may feel like we're stuck, but we're not. We are transcending in those traumas each time as well, and it getting slightly lighter. So we've just gone from the summer of the south round to the west, The west is the place of the setting sun. It's the place of autumn. It's the place of the adult. It's the place, so every single tribe, South American, North American, has different animals and different elements in the different places. So for me, the west is the earth, is the feminine, and it's the opposite road to the east, which is the spirit. So to me, that's like the road, physical to spirit, like that. And we sit in the centre, if we're lucky, and in balance. So the west is a place of setting sun. It's a place where we then start tipping into the darkness. It's a place of introspection. It's a place of where we can go deep within ourselves. Like the autumn, we start kind of bringing everything in preparation for the winter, as we go round and the weather changes and the light changes. I'm just talking about here in the northern hemisphere, and so this place is in some cultures, the bear sits here, and the bear is an amazing protector, but also bears go into caves in autumn to hibernate, and so it's symbolizing that we can work with bear to help us go deep within to find the answers, and then when we go through to the winter is when we go into our dreaming with the bear, dreaming our dreams that we want to then plant into this, as we come out into spring, into the new year kind of thing. So bear teaches us that we have everything we need to know inside. It's just getting practices and in the right space to be able to feel, hear, know and listen to what our higher self, our spirit team are trying to communicate when we ask the questions. It's a place of the adult, and so we find that as we go round to the north in our life and become an adult is when if we're not in emotional and mental and physical balance, then that's when things start coming up a lot for us, because we haven't dealt with this stuff before. So as we reach into adulthood and in this next section is when things will really start coming up a lot for us. So in the West, for me, is the earth, and so therefore sits all of that, all the tree spirits, the crystal beings, the stone people, the animal allies, the fae, and the other dimensions around the earth beings, the dragons. So it's a pretty big, for me, a lot of spirits available to us in the West. Also, it's the place of the physical body. So it's a place we can go to perhaps to gain answers about our own body, to journey into our body, to ask what it needs. And it's the place that the kind of the East is more of the masculine and the fire, and the West is the feminine. So Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, the moon. So it's also a place where the shadow, because it's linked with the moon as well, it's therefore that shadow work and that kind of going into that darkness of this dark night of the soul, going all of that. Does that all make sense to everybody? Is there anything I need to add to that, do you think? Is that quite clear? So for every tribe had, like I say, different colours to represent the different elements there, and the different so for me it's always been the place of the earth. So apparently the Lakota tribe has the same placements that I've been working with, and the I don't even know how to say this one, the OJIBWE tribe as well. So I think it seems to be that so everything's moved on one for other, and for the South American as the elements moved on. A lot of tribes, the West was the colour black because it symbolised that tipping point of going back into the dark with the moon, with the shadow, with going on into the inner place, but also symbolised the earth. If you're going into the earth, it's dark. Sweat lodge, dark. So going back into the womb, that kind of feeling. Also can have wolf and coyote in this place, so the tricksters can sit here as well. The teachers, so wolf can symbolise teaching, leaders, things like that. So as we get into adulthood, if we do the healing and stuff like that, we can, if it's our nature's work then with wolf, to step forward in teaching, leading, you know, that kind of thing. And coyotes a tricky medicine, but it can very much trick us into like dropping the casserole dish on our foot to slow us down, things like that. It's a bit trickstery. Yeah. Is there anything else? So it's a place to sit with blockages between, like, you know, when we entered into spirit in the east, of kind of blockages in pain that we have in the now. Place of self-reflection, night and darkness, end of days again, so because the sun sets, that's why it's the black, the dark there as well, because it's where the sun goes down. And it can bring up quite a lot of challenges for us. Does that make sense? So I thought today I'm going to just nip and get a drink, because I forgot to get one. But what I'd like you to, so we're going to then call in. How long is this going to go on to, Sarah? How long is people happy? Is it another hour or?
Yeah, do you want to do like another hour? Just put it,
Yeah.
so it'll end at about sort of 9:07. Is that okay? 9:10?
Because I was thinking of then like calling all the 7 directional guides in for us, like we usually do. We usually do that at the beginning, but it's like
Yeah.
And then journeying, do some energy balancing, and then journeying to go to sit with the West and see if there's any answers. I mean, we'll be working with this again because, you know, it's not winter yet for a while.
Yeah.
So we will be journeying with the West again. But it's the teachings I give are, if it resonates with people, for you to go and do this on your own. So it's kind of techniques, exercises that you can go away and do if it's helpful to bring in answers. So the West is particularly helpful but it may be that we're too much in the West and we're too ill, and so we need to actually sit and face the East, a place of spirit, and ask an eagle that actually we're too stuck, and so we need to like face the opposite direction. Ask eagle, actually I'm a bit stuck. Can you see from the higher perspective of how I can unstuck myself, because I can't find any answers at all right now. So, you know, if we're not in the center of the medicine wheel, we can't spin and, you know, get the equal balance from all over. If we then move to, you know, we can only, if we're right up close looking at the West like that, like any other direction, then we're stuck, because we might be stuck in chronic pain, we might be stuck in literally can't find any answers, can't connect to spirit because it's right over here, and so we need to shift ourselves back into our center again, back into connecting back with our inner spark, our, I don't know, whatever people call that, their soul, their light, their fire, and do exercises to connect back, to reconnect, so that they can then, you know, connect with their team. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a medium, whatever, this connection's all important. And in this time of ascension, when we are actively integrating more, that's why we're doing this deep cleanse, to get rid of trauma, so it makes more energetic space to bring in more of our own soul light, our own knowing, our own more of our gifts that we've had, so that we are more prepared for these times. Does that make sense? So we can keep ourselves buoyant, and when we find we're slipping into thinking too much about the news and this and what's going on out there and there, so come back. We need to be back in balance between all of life. Go back into nature. That's not struggling. When we're going too fast, if we go out in nature to sit with a tree, that'll slow us down. We'll go back into our natural rhythm, our natural pace. Does that make sense? So everything outside our doors, when we open it, is teachers. The birds, the grass, the weeds, the flowers, the trees, everything is there, and when we can connect, we can communicate, and it can give us healing, answers, everything. We're all connected. We're all equal. That's why it's circle. And ascension is about us coming from this hierarchical, linear place that we've been tricked into believing is true, back into circle where everyone is equal and respected, and everyone has a place, and everyone has their own medicine to bring to the community equally. So that is why there's this surge of old traditions being, well, to me, remodernised and called something completely new, to be revamped, but it's all come from old earth, old traditions, but we've forgotten, because we've been so tricked into believing money and this and they're more important, and we need to be on the escalator to get up to them. We've forgotten, hey, we're as equal as a tree. A tree's as equal as us. We're not going to survive without the trees. You know, we're not going to survive without the waters. We can't survive, you know, without the sun. We've forgotten how important these basic things are. They're not basic at all, but the things outside are to us to be able to actually survive and live. And we're all equal. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to have a quick look. So I'd like you to all get comfortable. If you want, you can drum if you want to, you can rattle if you want to, or you can just lie back and start to open and get comfortable. I'd suggest having a blanket on yourself. The temperature's dropping these days right now, but it's up to you. You can sit up, you can lie down. There's no right or wrong way. Any questions before?
I'm going to leave you on record, Teresa, if that's okay, because I
What
want to
does
go
that
get
mean?
comfy to enjoy myself.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
ev-
I'll just do a long thing. I'll do a long now exercise. One
yep,
exercise. We're going to the next.
yep.
Yep,
Everyone's on mute at the minute, I think. Yep. Everyone
yep.
okay though? No questions? No one got any questions? Nope. Right, I'll mute me then, and then I'm going to go get comfy.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. But if you will get comfy, have a drink if you need to. If you have any crystals or any sacred things, you want to light a candle, you want to smudge yourself, that's all great. Back in 1 minute. So gently, just bringing your attention to your breath. Gently, just starting to notice the breath as it comes into and as it leaves the body. And each time you exhale, just getting a sense of giving yourself permission to just let go. Just letting go of all we've been talking about. Letting go of the outside world. And as you inhale, just calling back all parts of yourself. Parts that have been off, being busy. Parts that have been stolen, taken, given away. And with each and every inhalation and exhalation, you start to become more present, more relaxed as you continue to release and to let go. Letting go of anybody else's problems, emotions, thoughts. Giving yourself permission to just let go of anything that you no longer need from this moment forward. And with each exhalation, you start to sink a little deeper into the couch, the chair, the bed. With each and every inhalation, you continue to draw back your energy so you become more present, more in the moment, more in this time, on this place, on this day. Just being with the breath, being with the sound of my voice, and just allowing the breath to go even deeper, down to the bottom of the lungs. And if your breath comes against anything that is solid, heavy, tight, just giving permission for the breath, the sound, the healing energy to just let go of that tightness. Just letting go as you exhale of anything pressing against you, anything you're holding on to in this place. So that with each and every inhalation and exhalation, your breath becomes easier, freer, lighter. And as you breathe in, taking that breath down into the solar plexus, between the lungs, between the ribs. And if you feel any tightness, just remembering that with each breath that you inhale, you bring in light. You bring in the healing, natural magic that is all around us. That healing vibration, the energy that flows through everything on the planet, through the trees, the birds, the waters, through the beings in the sea, the land, the crystals, the stones. And each time you inhale, you bring in more of this magical healing energy that's all around us, bringing in the light that adds to your own inner light. And taking the breath all the way down to the solar plexus. Keep allowing any tightness, emptiness, heaviness to start to transmute. That healing energy starting to lift that heaviness from the chest. If there's anything on the shoulders or the neck, just breathing into this place and allowing the breath and the healing energy and the sound of my voice to just start to soothe, like a massage, the muscles along the shoulders, the neck, to the bottom of the jaw. You just start to drop the jaw, the tongue to the bottom of the mouth, just relaxing those muscles all the way up the face, the scalp, in the back of the scalp, the neck. And taking that breath down spine again, all the way down into the navel, into the stomach. If it feels like you're wearing a belt or a tightness, just allow the sounds, the breath, the light to start to unbuckle, to dissolve, pushing the stomach out with each inhalation, so this place feels lighter, easier to breathe, more relaxed. And as you exhale, just allowing and giving permission for any emotions, thoughts, feelings trapped in this place to be released. And taking that breath in deeper down into the base of the spine, into the root, just allowing any tightness to be released, the breath relaxing any muscles, tissues, so that you feel so relaxed. And then breathing down through the thighs, the knees, shins, down to the bottom of the foot, each toe, relaxing the toes and the fingers, unclenching them, so they're just relaxed and soft. And then taking that breath as you exhale, exhaling the breath from the chest all the way down, through the soles of the feet, through the bottom of the coccyx, sending that down, your feelers, your roots down, to your Earth Star chakra beneath the soles of the feet. And with each breath, you start to feel and see and know this chakra starting to become brighter. With each breath, you allow the Earth Star chakra to start to vibrate. This is the chakra that anchors you in to this life, to your purpose. And this chakra may become so big that it spans the entire earth, grounding you, connecting you with everything that is on the planet, the waters, the fires, the crystals, the stones, the trees, the herbs, the flowers. The animal allies. And with each and every breath, you feel and see and know this to be happening as you ground deeper. But the deeper you ground, the higher in spirit you can reach. And so, start to imagine yourself facing the east. As we start now to call on your team in spirit, your allies, your protectors. Just imagine facing the east, the place of the rising sun, the place of new beginnings, the place that starts the minute our consciousness comes to in the morning. We take our first breath. In each breath is a new start, a new beginning. Place of fire, of transformation. Place of eagle condor that takes our dreams, our prayers up to Creator, Source, God. It flies between the realms, giving us messages from God and taking our prayers up to Source, God. Just really calling on your team in spirit that sit with you in the east. Calling on the animal allies, the fire beings, the protectors, and just feeling them coming into your auric field. The angels, the archangels, the ascended masters. Just feel yourself starting to deepen your connection to the other, to the unseen. We're so grateful, so humble to all those that come and join us. We love you, we honour you, our hub. And now imagine turning to face the south. All you spirits and bright ones of the south, we welcome you. We are so grateful. We sit here humble before you, place of the waters. Everyone is wading so deeply in and feels at times submerged in the currents and the depths and the darkness. And we ask for these processes to become easier, lighter, more manageable, that we can rise up to float on the gentle waters at the top, bathing in the sun while spirits of the West, we welcome you. We're so grateful for your protection, your healing, your insights, your wisdom. Place of the earth, of the physical bodies. We ask for good and balanced, good health, balanced with the mind, balanced with the heart, balanced with the soul and the spirit. This time of the equinox, of the balance of energies between the light and the dark, we ask and call for that balance in every aspect of us, in every part of our life. Place of the moon, we ask for any shadows that come up for us to be illuminated with ease and gentle process. And we ask our femininity to be nurtured. We ask our intuition to be heightened as we open our inner eyes to that inner vision, asking for clarity, opening our inner sense of feeling so that we can feel any answers or guidance coming to us, any empowerment, opening our sense of inner just knowing, our prophecy. We just know things from our gut, these gut feelings and knowings. We open our inner ears to the inner messages and voices and whisperings that sometimes our mind's just too loud to hear. And we turn down our inner ego voice with each breath from 5 down to 4, turning that inner dial down. From 4 with each breath to 3 to 2, so that we can hear our inner wisdom, our inner guidance. We welcome in the animal allies, the crystal beings, to bring us wisdom and healing. The tree beings to ground us and connect us with the upper realms. The flower medicines to come bring healing. our breath, we become life. And through our breath, we breathe and connect with every other being on this planet. We're so grateful. We feel your strength and support. We honor you. We love you. Looking upwards, we imagine that we can see and feel the beings of above that love and support us, those protectors, guides and allies that sit in the higher dimensional realms, those that look down on us, seeing the bigger picture of our life, and that can give us wisdom when we become stuck, ingrained. We welcome the angelics. We welcome the ascended masters. We welcome the Christ consciousness, the Buddha consciousness, the Krishna consciousness of compassion, of unconditional love, of forgiveness and acceptance. We welcome them into our life, into our minds, into our hearts. We welcome the star and galactic beings, races, collectives who love and support the ascension and the healing work that we are doing to become free and sovereign and in our power. We welcome the wind chiefs to blow from us all that has kept us repressed and heavy. We welcome the sun, the moon, to shine in balance. We're so grateful. We honor you, we love you. And imagine looking below, feeling into the earth. Spirits of this place, we welcome you. The tree beings, the animal allies, the stone people. We ask for protection of our dwellings, clearing away any negative outside influence that tries to infiltrate our space, keeping it sacred, keeping it in high frequency and high vibration. Ancestors, those that went before us, we are grateful to you. We are grateful for all that you gave to us, no matter how painful. We're here because of you. And we ask the medicine men and women to carry our gifts forward to us, to clear our way of any challenges, blockages, negativity. For you see the path. We ask for your protection, your kindness, and we ask for any heavy processes to be passed back to you. We're sorry. We send healing and love back, but we no longer need to carry these. Mother Earth, we're so grateful to you for the food in our cupboards, the medicines, the waters, the clothing and the fire and the electricity, our vehicles and the petrol and the gas. We're so grateful for everything you provide and share with us equally, for we remember that you are abundant and you give us everything that we need, with love, with gratitude. We are grateful. Thank you for being here. centre. We welcome our multi-dimensional selves, our soul collectives, our monads, taking our awareness to connecting up to our spirit selves, our essence, breathing it in, deepening our connection with who we are, integrating more of our own soul light into this earthly realm, raising our vibration. We ask for our vibration, our frequency to be adjusted, aligned, any holes in our auric field to be healed and mended and woven, and our protection against any outside interference to be easier, thicker, more protected. And above that, God's source, creator, we are so grateful for your love, for your energy, for everything comes and goes back to source. You create everything in the everything. We are so grateful. We love you, we honour you. And so, feeling your guides, your allies, your protectors all around you. You just give permission for them to come in a little closer, giving permission for them to bring any healing, any adjustments in any of your energy centers or your subtle bodies, asking them to lift from you any heaviness, any density. And with each breath you feel lighter, dissolving into the oneness, the light of your being. With each breath starting to sink a little deeper into the chair, the bed, the floor. And then I'd like you to bring to your minds any questions you have to do with your physical body, to do with anything in your life that's been disturbing your peace, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just anything at all, anything to do with anything of your shadow, anything you don't even like about yourself even. Just taking some breaths to allow that to flow up to your consciousness. And as in all shamanic work, every journey we do, we have an intention of why we are doing it. And I'm going to journey you all to face the the west, the place of the setting sun, the place that goes and tips into darkness, the place we're at right now, the autumn equinox, the balance. We've just come out of eclipses, and so it's a auspicious time to be asking for anything to be shown or unveiled to us that's in our blind spot, that's just out of reach. Any answers we seek, any solutions, any healing. And very gently I'd like you to start to form an intention that you'd like to journey and face the west on your medicine wheels of your life. Opening the gateway of the west. And I'd like you to form a question, an intention of why. Any question you have, like for example, I'd like to journey to the west to seek a protector, an ally to help me in these challenging times. It may be I'd like to face the west and ask for some healing advice on how to empty my physical body of this deep grief. And just forming this intention and repeating it a few times inwardly to yourself. This is the place on the wheel that represents a deep rootedness. It may be that you call for Bear to come and help you, or I'd like you to call for another protector, an ally, a spiritual helper to guide you and protect you on this journey to the west. Just feeling and knowing and seeing this guide stepping forward. Repeating your intention inside of yourself, and perhaps even telling your ally or bear how they can help, repeating this intention to them. I'd like you to imagine sit in the centre of your medicine wheel and that you face the west. And the sun is just setting on the horizon and you see the beautiful last skies, the last rays of the sun as it starts to go down, and you allow this beauty to infuse into you. As you remember the gratitude that although this earth can seem so very bleak, the earth itself is just full of magic and beauty. It is perhaps the people and their actions that are making it seem dark. I'm just giving gratitude to the sun that you have seen another day. You've witnessed such a beautiful scene, and as the sun goes down, the darkness starts to creep over you. When your ally is there or bear appears, and as the dark forms, the moon rises. So bright, giving light into the dark for you to see. And your ally takes your hand, your arm, and starts to lead you forward. And you see some kind of gate, some kind of doorway. West, maybe a cave even. When you cite your intention again of what you'd like to receive, and out of this doorway will come another guide or an ally, an ancestor, being. It will greet you to be there. And if it feels right, you get a good sense, a good feeling from it. If you don't, you ask it to move on, and you ask for the right being to step forward, one that you feel comfortable with. Or it may just be the bear is the exact ally. And the bear or the being will start to beckon you to go through into that cave or through that doorway. And through the gateway, the doorway, into the cave, you will seek and be led to what you are looking for. And I'll leave you here to go seek and receive and release. Your mind starts to wander, just return it to your intention and say it as many times as you need to get your mind back. back to your intention. Just keeping your intention. And asking the guide, the ally, any questions you have. Asking for any gifts, any healing, any solutions. And allowing whatever unfolds. Starting to receive any last pieces of information. Perhaps your guide has a gift, a symbol. A talisman. Making sure that you give gratitude, and from your pocket you may even have a gift to give back in gratitude, in love, or you may have a song you want to sing to them. And slowly, slowly, your guide takes you by the arm again and starts to bring you back from that deep place of guidance and wisdom. Just gently coming back through that doorway, or back out that cave, or back through the archway, back into your medicine wheel of your life. And you give gratitude, knowing you can return at any point back to face the west, to go to the west, to receive any more healing, guidance, wisdom. Going back to the center of your medicine wheel, you sit back into your body. Lie back into your body, connecting back with the breath, connecting back with your body and the breath, and you feel your breath entering the body again. Feeling the chest rising and falling, and with each inhalation you start to become more solid, bringing back with you that guidance, that feeling, that sense of lightness, bringing back with you that healing and that connection, those beings that you've just met, and that energy. And with each and every breath you become more solid, more real. Feeling the bed, the couch, the chair starting to form beneath you. As you breathe your way all the way down to your toes, your feet, breathing your way into your ankles and your shins, your knees, Breathing your way into your thighs and your hips. Breathing all the way up the spine to your shoulders. Along your shoulders, down your arms, to your hands, your fingers, your thumb. To the palms of your hand. Breathing your way up your arms to your neck, round the scalp. Onto the forehead and the eyebrows, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the chin. Under the chin, down the chest, down the stomach, down each leg. Through the soles of the feet, where you start to again form your roots deeper and deeper back. And with each breath you feel your chest rising and falling, and you feel the coolness at the back of your nostrils as you inhale, and the heat on the back of the nostrils as you exhale. And allow that sensations of heat and cool to start to really bring you back into that room on this time, on this day, feeling lighter, feeling more expanded and connected. When you feel ready, taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and you'll be fully back, fully integrated. And when you feel ready, you start to think about moving your toes and fingers. When you feel ready, moving your toes and fingers, bringing movement slowly back from that far away place, that deep place. Moving your head and your neck from side to side slowly. Doing little wrist rolls, little ankle rolls and flexes and bends. And then when you feel ready, having a full-on stretch, opening your eyes, and sitting up when you're ready, having a drink, making any notes, having a piece of biscuit or chocolate. Sorry, that's been my cat, by the way, shouting. I'm just going to let her out if you hear a funny noise.
I found it amazing that she meowed in perfect timing.
She absolutely screamed.
It was beautiful. I really liked it. It was gorgeous. So real. Do you want me to pause the video?
1 minute, let me just so as with after any, you're welcome, Zara. After any journey or healing or spiritual work, please remember that this energy is going to continue to come in, down from the spirit, right down the layers. That could be days, it could be weeks, we don't know, it depends what you just did. Please remember to drink lots of fluids in the next 24-48 hours. That doesn't mean alcohol, that means water, juice, whatever. Please remember to eat, rest, to eat, to exercise. Whatever your body now needs, or your mind, please just go with that. If you need to slow down for a bit, that's fine. If you feel more energized, you want to get things done, you're inspired, get on it. That's amazing. And any questions, please put it in the chat or message me privately if anything, because these things will keep lifting now for a little while until we're done, but don't attach to them, just allow them to flow, or things to flow in depending which way it's going. Yeah, thank you everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. And now you can press stop. Bye.